Today I'm going to be inducing while reading some sneeze fetish forum stories. This is about a girl who goes to the library. But when the 15 minutes turned into half an hour, Elise knew she had to look for Angela. She sighed as she stepped inside the dusty building. It was okay as long as it didn't breathe too much, she told herself internally, walking through the rows of books. None of which seemed particularly interesting to Eliza. Why would Angela want a book from here? She shook her head. No time to be wondering now if she didn't want to suffer anymore. She had to find her. Suddenly she was turning a corner, walking into something. She looked up and saw it was another person. One of the books that had a ridiculous amount of dust in their hands. She grimaced as she apologized and felt her allergy start to flare up. Oh God, why now? She was only looking for a friend. She took one shaky breath after the other as she continued to search. Hurrying her pace, she felt deprived of breath as she was forced to take short inhales, else risked heightening the flames of the tickle in her nose. Her eyes started watering. Aside, her dusty allergy was very much bothering her, and she had to get out of there now. But she wouldn't give up, but that'd be plain rude. No matter how much it seemed like Angela had simply disappeared off the face of the earth, she would find her. Or she thought, until the tickle turned into an itch. God, her nose burned. She needed to be relieved now, or forever have watering eyes and an unrelievable nose. There's probably no bathrooms in this place. So the only option turned out to leave and then sneeze, which also wasn't an option, but still. It burned so bad it almost hurt. She couldn't ignore it for much longer. How did all these people stand as much as dust? Her allergy only turned worse as someone pulled a book out of the shelf right next to her, dislodging an unfathomable amount of dust. So she steered clear places like these. I hated them so much. She tried not to give in to her sneeze reflexes, sensing every false inhale under her hand under her nose. She excused herself to the most secluded row of books, so hoping the itch would die down, but the wish was without answer. Her breath started to itch furiously. Her eyes fluttering shut. With every hitch, the burning got more severe. It had more need to be answered. Try as she might not give in, it wasn't working. She hoped that the sneeze stifled would quell the tickle for the time being, but she knew that wasn't possible. She gave a small gasp at the fierce burning that returned in her nose, just adding fuel to the fire. She wished she had a tissue at the moment, but of course she didn't, and she started using both of her hands to cover her nose. Ha, ha, achoo, achoo, achoo. She winced at the sound of the last sneeze. It sounded so congested. People would probably think she was sick, not to mention her hands were covered with the light. Sure, that would likely turn heavier if she kept sneezing off in there. Unfortunately, her nose had other plans. She knew she couldn't stay here much longer. She blinked a few times, clearing her eyes, making her way to the front desk. Somehow Angela was there, rubbing salt in the wound. It utter fruitless to search for her in there. Are you okay? Angela asked, obviously concerned. As they walked out, she took a serious look into Elijah's face. Elijah sighed. I'm I'm allergic to the dust. Why didn't you tell me? Angela almost shouted. I would have never went in if you had told me. I didn't think it was important. Next time, tell me, okay? She handed her a tissue. I won't force you to do anything you shouldn't. Eliza smiled, as much as she could for her seemingly never-ending fit of sneezes. Thank God she finally had someone who would actually take into consideration the things she could and could not do. Thanks, thank you. She managed to get out before laying her head back on the nearest seat in Angela's car. No problem. Let's get you some medicine and tissues.